Okay, so do you want us to count?
Mhm.
3, 2, 1. So we did Stress in the Workplace by Sam Arno and Allison Wick.
Oh.
Sorry. So we asked the question, can relieving stress in the workplace increase productivity? In 2009, there was a study at the University of Virginia that showed that relieving stress can increase productivity. The subjects were shown images of really cute puppies and kittens. After they were showed these images, the subjects were then asked to play Operation. The subjects who viewed the images performed better in the game. Researchers believe that after viewing images of cute baby animals, subjects instinctively wanted to protect their operations patients more. They felt like they needed, after seeing the cute little baby animals, they needed to be like a father or mother figure to the operation patients. So they're more careful. There was also a similar experiment done in Japan that showed that cute characters in shows like Pikachu and Hello Kitty led to more adult viewers watching the show.
Okay. So there's really two things going on here. One is what you're talking about is that if you have stress in the workplace, if you relieve that stress, it results in increased productivity in the worker.
Correct.
Okay. Are they happier too? Do you think?
We get to that later. And
Okay.
myself, if I was working and I was shown cute animal pictures, I would be happier personally. But
Okay. Allison, what about you?
Yeah. As we get later in the presentation, I show like real life examples with my coworkers that I'm working with now, and like when dogs and like animals come into work, like our mood boosts like instantly, and we're immediately happier when we see them.
Interesting. Okay.
so this led to Professor Ragdale's experiment. In her experiment, her goal of her experiment was to see the effect of looking at pictures of cute animals during the workday as a stress reliever, and to see if that, in turn, would increase worker productivity. Currently, she's in the early stages of a multi-year experiment. Her experiment will be, she'll perform tests on 150 subjects. She'll have them perform a stressful task, such as editing, while fielding hostile comments about a coworker. They get breaks during these sessions, and when they're on their breaks, they'll do stress reduction activities. She'll split the subject pool into thirds. 1/3 will meditate, 1/3 will do puzzles, and the last third will be shown pictures of cute animals. And then researchers will score the groups to see which activity relieves stress the most.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
you guys just gave me a good idea.
Yeah.
Are tests and quizzes stressful?
Possibly. I took my last quiz with my dog.
Okay. Allison?
Yeah.
Are they stressful?
But I don't know if incorporating like pictures would be helpful in that situation. Because that situation, like,
I would try that on the final quiz. Why don't I put cute pictures in? And see if that makes the test easier or you're more productive. What do you think?
Just like contributing them like in between like questions and like a picture, that could work. And give like your mind a break and allow it to like reset and de-stress.
Yeah, or with each question, I'll just put a picture of a cute animal in there. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it could relieve some stress of like the initial stress taking of tests by looking at cute animals like the cat in the top right. That would make me happy test.
So maybe I could put that in the instructions, is before you stop, take a look at this.
Or maybe on a break.
Okay. Okay, let's see what happens.
Okay, so
go ahead. I didn't mean to distract you.
No, you're good. So to determine what pictures were used, Ragsdale had to determine what pictures were scientifically cute. So researchers for the experiment hired 100 anonymous people to take a survey. Each survey taker was shown alternating images of a cute baby animal and neutral images such as a chair. So they were shown these alternating images, and then they would rate them out of 100. 75 being that they thought it was relatively cuter than the things they've seen, and 25 being it was like all right, cute, but not that cute. 100 being the most. And they would also describe what they thought while looking at these pictures. And out of all the pictures, the 45 top-rated pictures were chosen for the experiment. Researchers also eliminated pictures that distracted viewers from its cuteness. The picture in the top right, a cat praying, was rated the highest cutest picture. And then pictures like the dog in the middle were eliminated because subjects would focus more on like what the dog did rather than how cute the dog is. They wanted strictly pictures of cute animals and nothing else.
That's interesting.
So we started to break down her experiment by defining what stress is in the workplace. So we decided that the definition is stress in the workplace is stress that is onset from work activities that could be caused by customers, your boss, an increased workload. Maybe you have a higher pressure job like a police officer or a surgeon. It could also come from a fear of being laid off or a pressure to meet rising expectations.
Okay.
So then we looked at the causes and effects of the stress in the workplace. So we found that some stress isn't bad. A small amount of stress can actually motivate you and can cause employees to be more energetic and productive. However, when you get into an excess amount of stress, more than you can cope with, it actually has a negative physical and emotional effect on you. It can cause anxiety, loss of interest in work, sleeping problems, fatigue, trouble concentrating, social withdrawal, headaches, and even stomach problems. And then we looked at how this stress and how it affects you will affect both employees and the company. So we found that the side effects of stress will cause employee productivity to go down, which means it's going to take them longer to meet the deadlines. And we also found that it would decrease employee motivation. So that would also have the quality of work go down. So now companies are paying employees the same amount and having them there the same amount of time, and they're getting less work and lower quality work.
Okay. Now, do you think, and I just do this, there's work, but do you think the same situation could be true in the academic setting, that there's stress?
Yes, I think both stress in like the workplace and academic stress have the same effects and can cause the same problems.
Okay.
So then what I did is, since I'm working now, I work at Northwest Bank, I asked my coworkers if they have stress in the workplace and how they cope with it currently. Most of them came back with saying, yes, I do feel stress in the workplace, and they all cope with it in different ways. Some of them use exercise, some meditate, and some of them just go and like watch Netflix or like TV shows to like get their mind off work.
Okay.
Then I asked them if they feel like this experiment would be successful, and they said they think it could be, since sometimes people do bring in dogs in, and immediately when the dog does come in, everyone's mood changes. They go and focus on the dog, and they're immediately happy. And you can see the productivity immediately after the dog leaves.
Interesting.
And now our last slide is our thoughts on the experiment. We said that we do think the experiment would work in reducing stress in the workplace. Personally, we both own dogs, and we feel our mood becomes better, becomes happier and more productive when we come back home from work or a bad day and we see our dogs. However, we do feel that it could become distracting if there's like a time limit on how much you can look at, and if you just have free access to it. You can go into like just a daze and just looking through the pictures and just completely get distracted from work, and it could have more of a negative.
I could see that. Sure. Interesting. Now, do you think it was because you are both pet owners and like pets that gave you some sort of bias into this whole thing? That because you like pets, you naturally, liked it.
I can see how it could affect our judgment, because people who do have a fear of animals, maybe, or maybe just have a bad experience with animals in the past, when they see pictures of them, they could trigger like a negative response. It could just cause them angry. And another thing that was in the article was talking about cute expression. When you see like a picture of a dog or animal that is so cute that you just want to like
Stop working and play. I agree. When I read the article, I gave it to you guys. I didn't know you were pet owners, okay? Obviously. But at first I said, this doesn't make sense. But then the more I read that article, it really makes a lot of sense. It really does. Go ahead. I didn't mean to distract you.
That's actually the end of like the slide that we had.
Okay. What did you learn from doing this exercise?
What I learned is different ways that workplace stress can affect you.
Okay.
I've only been working for like summers for the most part, so I've never really experienced a lot of workplace stress. So like I got to read all the different side effects that it could have on you, and that like I didn't think something as simple as just looking at pictures of cats and dogs could really like reduce the stress. So that was something I found interesting.
Okay.
I kind of learned that there's alternative ways of dealing with stress. I always thought that exercise was my number one, but when I read this, I realized that pets can be a great way to deal with stress. Like subconsciously, I'm always happier with my dog, but until I read this, I didn't really realize that he was making me less stressful. And doing work with my dog is a lot easier than not doing work without him. It would be nice if I could bring him to work.
Yeah. That's really good. Anything else you guys learned?
There is both positive and negatives of stress. A little stress can make workers more productive in the workplace.
Yeah.
People really need stress to function sometimes, but too much stress can be overwhelming and cause a lack of productivity. So I think in the workplace there needs to be some sort of balance.
Yes.
And that can be helped with these methods and other methods of people's choosing, but this is just another method to help people manage and deal with stress.
Yeah, I think we need there's different ways in which we respond differently to different situations. Excellent. Good.